Welcome, Amanda with Crafting with Amanda, and this is Stretch the Sketch for April 2022. And the sketch that we're going to use is right here. It is from Bella Boulevard. So I love that it has kind of the file folder look to it. I'm more going to concentrate on doing the horizontal lines. So I have these photos from when our family visited California for the first time in 2018, and we went to La Brea Tar Pits. So I made a trip out to the garage. For those of you that are new to my channel, we're in the process of moving across the country. So I have my stuff packed up and I'm kind of working in a mobile office, and stuff is in the garage until we actually move, and then I'm not sure how that's going to work. But I found this timber workshop that had never been used because, again, we were in a move 2 years ago when it came out. And so it has all these elements. I went ahead and I matted all of my photos with white cardstock. And now I'm going through the papers from the timber collection, and I'm just going to pull 4 different patterns, and I'll do 2 of each pattern to make the horizontal lines across the page, almost making the sketch into a mirrored image, except for it'll meet in the middle. It won't have the full framing around the outside. So now that I've cut my strips as 2.5 inches wide by 10, I'm just kind of figuring out what order I want to put them in. And at this point, I'm starting to realize that my photos, they're just too big. I needed to leave the papers a little longer, but I have a solution for that, and I will fill you in on that here in a moment. But I was very excited with how this turned out. So now I am, like I said, just kind of pushing those in underneath, and I am such a visual person that I need to dry fit my layouts and dry fit how things fit on pages and embellishments look. And I know there's some people that can just kind of look at it, look at the pictures, cut, slap it under here and just make it work. Well, I need to have an opportunity to move things around and correct visually what I didn't see beforehand. So this is how I'm going to have it. And now as I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, we're at the La Brea Tar Pits, and this layout is too clean, too streamlined. So I'm going to rip the edges on the long edges of both the top and bottom of all of the cardstock, or all the pattern papers, so you can see here what I did. Well, then after I'm putting these photos down, again, I'm realizing it's just covering up too much of those pattern papers. You're not getting to see the interesting, that these papers bring out from behind. So I'm kind of putting them out. I'm trying to figure out how can I shrink them down. Well, then if you look, the papers on the right hand page, the 2 in the center, there's plenty of extra room on the side. So off camera, I trim those down, I trim the mats down, and now everything fits so that the edges of those strips go completely outside of the photos. And I just think, yay, that works so much better. So I'm making a pocket under my photo so that I have a place to hide my journaling, because with so many pictures on this layout, I needed a place to tuck that journaling in. And the La Brea Tar Pits logo that you see in the bottom right corner is just that. I went online and searched for La Brea Tar Pits logo, printed it out on cardstock, and now that's going to act as the title for this page. So I was just fitting these, what will soon be the tags, for underneath this photo, and I did 2 lines of the foam tape because one of them will hold it to make sure that those tags don't slip too far in behind the photo itself, so it's not hard to grab those out. I'm doing the same thing with the photo here on the left-hand page, and I'm going to move that foam tape just again so that the 2 tags are not matchy-matchy, that when you put them in, they're always going to be a little uneven in the pocket, just to kind of add some interest and break up the uniformity of the lines, the clean edges of all the white frames around the pictures. And I thought I was going to end up with 4 tags, but as I was thinking about the stories I have to tell with these photos, I think 1 tag for each page will be more than enough. So here I'm going back and looking at all the stickers that came with the timber paper, but also with the Candid Moments, because it's not exactly the same papers, but it's enough of the colors that I can use them. And here I'm gonna go ahead and just do a doodle line along the outside edge, kind of honoring the sketch because it had the pink border. For me, doing a doodle line, I do best if I drag the pen towards me instead of trying to push it like I would writing. If I drag it, I get a better result. So I'm going to do that again on the right page, and I'm keeping that center section open. So it's just one big frame around this stretched sketch. And if you're unfamiliar with Stretch the Sketch, it is a hop, and there are several people that play along with this each month. All of their links will be in the description under the video, so be sure to go and give them some love, subscribe to their channels, thumbs up their videos, just all the things that can show that you're helping support, small businesses. So here I'm going to grab off of the Timber Collection stickers all of the wood grain stars and a heart, and I also grabbed an arrow, and I still have an arrow that's MIA in my craft room because I realized these are so dark that I needed to make some embellishment clusters. So I needed some bigger things, images to kind of base some of those wood grain elements on. So grabbing this banner that says love this, and then another splatter for behind. Again, it's just to kind of lighten it up and to give a base for some of the other embellishments to go on. This little word says this is us. And the kids were just having fun. They actually wanted their photo taken in the dappled light through the trees. I said, but you're going to be in shadow. And nope, that's exactly what they wanted. So we kind of had some fun with that. So I found the handsome flag or banner, I guess, to go by my husband. And then the camera is always a good neutral choice for boy layouts. And then I decided to go ahead and add some stickers to these tags. I will end up punching a hole and rounding the corner on the top of these tags later, as well as adding some journaling lines. But that's something that is pretty standard to do. If you have any questions, just let me know and I'd be happy to help. But I didn't want to take away from the other crafty parts of the layout process. So again, I have this, it's like Sundance color in the clip that's on one of the tags. It's on this So Cute sticker that I put by the camera, but I need something over on the left-hand page to bring that color over there. So I found a star that had some of that color. And then I went into my embellishments and I found the wood arrows and stars, as well as the old wooden sticker. They're sequins, but they have like a wood grain pattern on them. So just kind of auditioning different wooden elements on this page. It's funny, in hindsight, I almost wish I would have done some dark splatters to represent the tar from the tar pits. And the smell is just I don't think you can duplicate it. You can't get that essence unless you've actually been there to visit. So going ahead and adding these stickered sequins just in groups of 3. And then layout's going to be done. This layout came together quickly. I really kind of enjoyed the distressing of the edges, and the sketch just lent itself to these photos. So there you can see I added the journaling lines, and I wanted that clip again in the upper with that Sundance color on it. So here's some close-ups of the layouts and the photos, and my husband with the sloth. And then here's the kids doing their posing in the garden. Here's where you can catch up with me. I do have a Facebook page, Crafting with Amanda VIP group, so you can ask to be a part of that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now's a great opportunity. Here's another video you may be interested in, and I truly hope you have a blessed day. Be sure to go check out the other Stretch the Sketch hoppers.